Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 12th of July and today we have to see 11 selected questions along with some additional facts at the end. So be attentive and be focused till the end. And to get PDF of all these videos, you can join me on Telegram by writing the channel's name like this, Students Point. And you can also follow your channel on Instagram by writing the name like this, Students Point underscore, or just tap on the link. I will share the link in the description box. Tap on that link and follow the channel on Instagram as well. And if you are finding these videos useful, don't forget to like the video and share the video with your friends and loved ones. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you receive all the notification at the earliest and never miss any opportunity to learn and grow every day. Let's begin now. But first, we will see question for the day. You have to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, which country is the largest producer of opium according to the World Drug Report of United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime? These are the options. Last day we have seen lot many details about this report. So last day video was a must watch video and all of you who have been following the video carefully must answer this question in the comment section. Why I ask to answer every day one question in the comment section? This has two benefits. The first one is that it will help you to memorize at least one question which will be imprinted in your mind, and whenever you will confront this question in the examination, you will automatically mark it correctly. The second benefit is that I will get an idea that all of you are getting what I am teaching. So it should be two-way process. It will work like a feedback mechanism wherein I will get an idea that everyone is getting the concepts. Let's begin now. The first question. Tarna Bridge has been inaugurated at. So this bridge has been inaugurated at Jammu and Kashmir. So here C is the right answer. And total 6 bridges has been inaugurated recently. These are Tarna 1, Tarna 2, Palwan Bridge, Ghodawala Bridge, Pahadiwala Bridge and Panyali Bridge. While Tarna Bridge falls in Hiranagar area of Kathua district, and Tarna Bridge will connect more than 2 dozen border villages from border Chakra to Tehsil Hiranagar to Jammu Kathua National Highway. Next question now. Bhasan Char, an island in news, is located in. So this Bhasan Char is an island located in Bangladesh. So here D is the right answer. And it is also known as Char Pier, which is an island in Hatia Upzila in Bangladesh. It is located in Bay of Bengal, which is 37 miles away from the main coast of mainland Bangladesh. And the island was formed with the Himalayan silt in 2006. Bhasan Char is an uninhabited island where government of Bangladesh has made shelter houses for 1 lakh Rohingya refugees. You must have heard the news that Rohingya refugees fled away from Myanmar to Bangladesh largely, and some of them also fled to India after violence was erupted against Rohingyas community in Myanmar. And it was in news because Bangladesh has announced that it will not move the Rohingyas settled on the Bhasan Char island amid the coronavirus pandemic. Next question now. Opiocordyceps nutans in news recently is a. So it is a fungi in news. So here B is the right answer. And recently researchers have found this fungi for the first time in central India in Kanger Valley National Park, which is located in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. And earlier these fungi have been reported only in western Ghats of India. And these fungi host on a specific insect which is called as Halimorpha halis. So this insect host on this Halimorpha halis insects. What does the hosting means? This means that this fungi gets energy from this host body called as Halimorpha halis. It infects this insect, and after the insect is dead, it takes energy from that dead body. And this Halimorpha halis is also known as stink bug, and it is a pest to forest trees. And it is a pest to forest trees and agriculture crops, and it harms fruits and flowers of different crops. And thus exploring this fungi acts as pesticide which will reduce the harmful effect of chemicals in fields. So see, these fungi host on this insect called as Halimorpha halis, and Halimorpha halis act as pest and it harms the fruits and flowers of different plants. So since these Halimorpha halis are harmful for the plants and crops, and fungi host on this Halimorpha halis, so automatically this fungi is useful for the plants because it will kill those insects which are harmful for plants. So automatically This fungi will act as a pesticide for the plants and crops. Next question now. Consider the following statements about snake bite mortality rate in India. India has recorded 1.2 million snake bite deaths in 20-year period from 2000 to 2019. This statement is correct. And snake bite deaths occurred mostly in rural areas, which accounts for 97% of total death, and were more common in males than females. In females, 41% of the total death due to snake bite occurred, while 59% of the total death because of snake bite was among the males. So here both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And around 70% of the deaths because of snake bites occurred in low altitude rural areas of 8 states. These 8 states include Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Rajasthan and Gujarat. And half of all the snake bite deaths occurred during the monsoon period from June to September. And it was the highest in the age group of 15 to 29 years, which was 25%. And the number for annual snake bite deaths were highest in the state of Uttar Pradesh, which was 8700, and in Andhra Pradesh 5200 and Bihar 4500. So remember this data, very important data, that the highest death due to snake bite was reported in the state of Uttar Pradesh, followed by Andhra Pradesh, and then followed by Bihar. And average annual death due to snake bite was 58,000. And what are the problems? Why there are many deaths because of snake bite? See, Indian anti-venoms neutralize venom from only the spectacled cobra, common kite, Russell's viper, and saw-scaled viper, whereas there are 12 other snake species which causes fatal bites in the country. So India has only medicine for neutralizing the venom, or in Hindi we called it as jahar, of only some snakes, which include a spectacled cobra, common kite, Russell's viper. But there are several other snakes which can bite human and they can be fatal. It was in news because the Center for Global Health Research at the University of Toronto in Canada has recently released a study which was titled as Snake Bite Mortality in India, a nationally representative mortality survey. And all these findings which we have discussed were findings of this survey only. And please appreciate that WHO recognizes snake bite as a top priority neglected tropical disease. Next question now. World Population Day is observed on, so it is observed on 11th of July. Now this question is very important because population is a major issue in India, particularly because of rapid increase in population, and the census is to come next year, that is in the year of 2021. So they may ask you a question that when the World Population Day is observed, so it is 11th of July. And this year's World Population Day calls for global attention to unfinished business of the landmark 1994 International Conference on Population and Development, which recognized the reproductive health and gender equality are essential for achieving sustainable development. And it was established by the then Governing Council of United Nations Development Programme in the year of 1989. How we started observing World Population Day? See, there was a day called as Day of 5 billion. This Day of 5 billion was observed on 11th of July 1987 to mark the day on which Earth witnessed total 5 billion population of human. So this day was observed on 11th of July 1987, and taking inspiration from this very day, we started observing World Population Day on 11th of July 1990. Since then, it is being observed annually, and current estimates indicate that roughly 83 million people are being added to the world population every year, which means 8.3 crore population are added to the world's population every year. Next question now. Consider the following statements about ASEEM portal. Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping. This ASEEM stands for Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping, has been launched by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. This statement is correct, and it will help skilled people find sustainable livelihood opportunities. This statement is also correct, so again C is the right answer. And ASEEM portal will provide employers a platform to assess the availability of a skilled workforce and formulate their hiring plans. And the portal will map details of workers based on regions and local industry demands and will bridge the demand-supply gap of skilled workforce across the sectors. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Independent Panel for Pandemic Preparedness and Response. It will evaluate the world's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This statement is correct. And the panel will be co-chaired by former Prime Minister of New Zealand, Helen Clark, and former President of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. This statement is also correct, so you have to remember these names. That this Independent Panel for Pandemic Preparedness and Response will be co-chaired by Helen Clark and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So again here C is the right answer. And operating independently, these two will choose other panel members as well as members of an independent secretariat to provide support. Next question now. National Commission for Protection of Child Rights comes under, so this body comes under Ministry of Women Child Development. So here B is the right answer, and it is a statutory body set up in March 2007 under the Commissions for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005. It monitors the implementation of Protection of Children from Sexual Offences, in short called as POCSO Act 2012. It can inquire into complaints about violations of law relating to child rights and can even summon an individual, demand evidence, seek a magisterial inquiry as well. The body was in news because recently this body has criticized Rajasthan government for its new guidelines on elementary education. The guidelines states that admission to private schools under Right to Education Act 2009 for the academic year of 2020-2021 would take place only for class 1 or above, excluding the preschoolers, that is children in the nursery. And these guidelines recommend the age of admission to either 5 years or above, but less than 7 years, not above 7 years, as of 31st of March 2020. So this limitation that only children less than 7 years can be allowed to admit in this financial year violates the Right to Education Act 2009, as Right to Education Act 2009 allows child of 6 years to 14 years for admission. So this act allows all those children, whether male or female, aged between 6 to 14 are eligible for admission into early schools, and these guidelines since restrict that, so it is violative of RTE Act 2009, and these guidelines also deny children from economically weaker section the right to free education in nursery classes. And do like the video if you have not liked it yet, and share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question now. Swabhiman Anchal in news recently is located in, so it is located in the state of Odisha. So here C is the right answer. And recently a passenger bus service was started for the first time after India's independence in Swabhiman Anchal region, which was formerly known as the Cutoff Area in Odisha's Malkanagiri district. The bus service was able to start after the construction of Guru Priya Bridge in 2018, which connected Swabhiman Anchal with the rest of state. This region is affected by left-wing extremism, and Bali Mela Reservoir is located in this region only. Next question now. Bon Bibi in news recently refers to, so Bon Bibi refers to a forest god. So here A is the right answer, and Bon Bibi is a deity of forest and the central character of Bon Bibir Palagan, which is a musical drama unique to Sundarbans area, which is in West Bengal, and part of it lies in Bangladesh as well. And the followers of Bon Bibi are fishermen, crab collectors and honey gatherers who live in the mangroves with wild animals such as tigers, crocodiles to earn a livelihood. Next question now. Consider the following statements about AH-64E Apache attack helicopter. These are all-weather capable, easily maintainable helicopters and have high agility and survivability against battle damage. So this statement is correct, and it carries fire control radar which has a 360-degree coverage and nose mounted sensor suite for target acquisition and night vision system. This statement is also correct. So again here C is the right answer, and this is how this Apache helicopter looks like. And it is being built by Boeing Aerospace Limited. It was in news because recently Boeing has handed over the last of the 5 AH-64E Apache helicopter to Indian Air Force. There is one more helicopter in news called as CH-47F Chinook heavy lift helicopters. It is capable of airlifting diverse military and non-military loads into remote locations. And this is how this Chinook helicopters looks like. Now let's see some more points which are news. But before that, one important thing. Last day, one of you has enrolled into 6-month package for monthly current affairs test series. You enrolled yourself in the evening at 7:27 p.m. but you forgot to give your email ID. Your number starts with 94. So I think you will recognize with this information that who you are. You must come in today in this video so that I recognize you, and I have reminded it so many times that everyone who is enrolling and opting for the monthly current affairs test series must give their valid email IDs so that I may communicate with you as and when required. I have to send soft copies to you, send some passwords and communicate, and you have to ask questions as well, so you will have to give your valid email IDs. Now let's see some more points. Smart City Mission under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has opened registration for India Cycles for Change Challenge. This Cycles for Change Challenge will inspire Indian cities to implement quick cycling friendly interventions in the wake of COVID-19. The challenge is open to all cities under the Smart Cities Mission, capital cities of all states and union territories, and all the cities which has a population of more than 5 lakh. And India program of the Institute for Transportation and Development Policy will be the knowledge partner to assist conducting this challenge. And this Institute for Transportation and Development Policy is founded in the year of 1985 and it is headquartered in New York in US. So do like and share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.